The Indiana Fever fans were chanting, "Sophie, Sophie."
In a game where Caitlin Clark was getting hacked non-stop and the refs stayed silent, the fans had one message: do something. And Sophie Cunningham, she got the memo out and clear.
Sheldon going coast to coast, and we got another.
In a moment that's now gone viral, Sophie Cunningham didn't just check JCS Sheldon. She didn't just fire back at the Connecticut Sun. She sent a message to the entire WNBA. Don't mess with Caitlin Clark.
Teams are going to have to think twice about messing with Caitlin Clark again.
As fans raged over Caitlin Clark getting hammered with no calls, they finally got what they'd been waiting for: an enforcer, a protector, someone unafraid to step up and make a statement. Out of the wreckage of brutal officiating, a new star emerged. In one powerful moment, Sophie Cunningham didn't just stand up for her teammate. She ignited a fire that could shift the entire momentum of the Feverless season. And yes, it may seem early, but make no mistake, Sophie just became a name the whole sports world knows.
They didn't know, like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe people are doing this to Caitlin Clark. Teammates weren't jumping in there. They bring in Sophie Cunningham. I had no idea. Sophie Cunningham was a black belt at the age of 6.
Yeah. Yep.
Boom! Wow.
Instant, within 48 hours, Sophie's name is everywhere. The clips are viral, the fans are fired up, and the vibe has shifted. This isn't just Fever versus the league anymore. It's Caitlin versus the world. And Sophie, she just became her undisputed bodyguard. Here's the craziest part. That single moment could end up making Sophie millions, and that's no exaggeration. The signs are already showing. But before we break it all down, hit that like button, drop A in the comments if you loved seeing Sophie step up. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest WNBA heat.
When they allow that stuff to happen, and it's been happening all season long. All season long. It's not just this game. It's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete. And they're going to have their teammates' backs.
There's no sugarcoating it. The Fever's game against the Sun marked a new low for the WNBA. Complaints about officiating aren't new. Kelsey Plum was literally in tears recently, saying she prays for change. But what went down against the Sun made one thing brutally clear. It's open season on Caitlin Clark. And the refs aren't lifting a finger.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Ooh, and Marina Mabrey. I missed that one, Edona.
JCS Sheldon went straight at the literal face of the league. And in the chaos that followed, Marina Mabrey body-checked Caitlin Clark to the floor. It felt like Dana Carrington and Chennedy Carter had cloned themselves and stormed back in as a tag team. And when the other angles rolled in, it was clear the hit was even more blatant than it looked live.
This angle is wild, folks. There's the eye gouge. Watch Mabrey. Boom! I mean, come on.
JC's swipe wasn't just reckless, it was targeted. And Marina didn't just bump Caitlin, she launched her. In the NBA, this kind of play gets flagged instantly. But in the WA apparently, it's just another Tuesday. What stung a bit was the lack of immediate fire from the Fever. Lexi got in JC's face, sure, but overall, not much pushback, especially from head coach Stephanie White. Now, credit where it's due, she redeemed herself in the post-game presser, but in the heat of the moment, fans were begging her to channel full Bobby Knight and toss a chair, which, let's be honest, would have been iconic given Knight's Indiana legacy. And before anyone dusts off the tired Caitlin's soft argument, just stop. Asterisk.
It made me think if this was LeBron in the NBA, think if this was Steph Curry in the NBA, do you really think that the NBA would be allowing certain players in the NBA to go after LeBron the way that Caitlin was chucked to the ground? Do you think if another player came up, blindsided LeBron, chucked him to the ground after he had just been poked in the eye, that the NBA would be like, oh yeah, technicals, nobody's ejected, just a common technical foul? That would never happen. It would never happen.
This kind of thing would happen to Steph or LeBron without immediate consequences. Even the commentators were stunned that Marina didn't get tossed for that body check. And here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark is now more crucial to the WNBA than Steph or LeBron are to the NBA. That's not a hot take. That's just the reality. We all saw what happened when Caitlin missed 5 games. Asterisk. And before anyone dusts off the tired Caitlin's soft argument just stopped.
Even as good as that rating was, Caitlin Clark's good for about 1 million extra viewers.
The ratings didn't just dip, they cratered. Fever games dropped over 50%, and league-wide interest took a nosedive. You'd think the message would be clear. Protect Caitlin Clark at all costs. Star calls, real protection, bubble wrap, treatment, all of it. But this wasn't just a missed call. It was blatant mistreatment of the league's most valuable superstar, a full-on black eye for the WNBA. And now, everyone's calling it out. Fans, analysts, even former players. Because this isn't just about bad officiating anymore. It's about league-wide disrespect.
And I mean, when I tell you social media is setting the WNBA on fire right now, not in a good way, that's the understatement.
Even with the Fever cruising to a big win, and Caitlin already dropping the highlight of the night with that cold-blooded 3 and savage trash talk at the Suns bench, something still felt unfinished. The scoreboard said it was over, but the vibe said otherwise. There was an emptiness, a lack of closure, like the game was ending, but the message hadn't been delivered. And then Sophie stepped in.
That's a flagrant foul. It's a hard foul.